Yes, welcome. Choosing to thrive in a marriage and relationships is always a choice. I know so many sinking marriages, so many surviving relationships, but staying at the level of survival, that means you're either not doing what you are supposed to do, you're not learning what you're supposed to learn, you're not unlearning what you're not supposed to learn, and we don't want to stay in a place where we look at other people and say, oh, power couple, oh, relationship goals. Your relationship should also be relationship goals. And I know that we're talking to singles and marrieds and people in relationships, and we are all learning together. So let's take ourselves to the place of thriving. And that is why today we are addressing the daily habits that easily bring down a relationship or a marriage.
So choice of a language when you're talking to a partner is really
very important.
Attacking means someone will go defensive, yes. And once there's an
attack
and there's defense, you're bound to lose. Yep. Most especially you who attacks. By the way, even if it's you as a woman and you choose to attack your husband, okay, he will use everything within him to defend himself. And it's very hurting how people choose to defend themselves. Yep. Because the only way a person defends themselves is by hurting you more.
They wouldn't fight fair.
So, choice of a language is key. If you're talking to your partner, be humble, think about yourself and your peace first, before you use a certain type of language while you're talking to them. Now, you're going to tell me I am the boss.
The boss where? At your workplace, in your office, or in your home?
Hilda. The way people think is different from the way you understand things. To a certain level, there is a man out there who thinks I am the boss. And he needs just be told that you're a boss everywhere else. To your home, you're a husband and a father.
Exactly.
And unless you intentionally deliver that and tell them that over and over, because I meet men, we sit with men, we go to places, and they will tell you every boss. And I enjoy sitting in their company just to listen, because that's when I learn, and that's how I learn to address issues. They will speak. They will speak their mind.
Like they are the boss.
And
mukazi, just a woman.
Yes.
How dare she? How can she?
Yes. Anzira mwatya. Ayogera atya nga njogera. Nebirala bingi. So
like they married a rug somewhere.
Whatever it is. But you realize where they're falling short is in one area. That he robs himself of the peace every day by having a terrorist for a wife.
But do they think they'd even deserve the peace? Because such a person will even think that they can get peace from a side hen, side chick.
Then
that is what they call peace.
Then
so creating peace, because they are not working with a good narrative.
Why do they run home? Why don't they stay with a prostitute?
I know.
It's because they have chosen this to be their home.
But they don't know how to build
They have chosen this to be their home. It is their home. What they need to understand, what they need to learn is how to make peace for themselves in the home. How to build it. Yeah. Because there's nothing to me that's more important than at least having one place in this world that is peaceful.
I know.
And I think I choose to call it home. Not a bar, not a club, not with a prostitute, not at work, not anywhere else. And I've been very deliberate with that. I would want to make my home
a home.
So I would want peace in my house. I would want to go back home and my children
shelter from
call me
stress.
daddy.
Yes.
Not any other name.
Yeah.
Because some of you guys in your homes, you have so many names. You have names.
CEO has come back.
You have names. Those ones are sweet.
Hey.
Yes. Baba ite abebi twebi nene, baba ite bachi, all sorts of names.
Like the fathers. Abebi twebi nene. Omusajja guko Oh no. Chitwa komyewo.
And namana aja nafukamira, omwana aja nafukamira asina agamba. What's not your daddy? Not for agamba.
Chitwe akomyewo.
So you are
Chitwe, for those that don't know, Luganda means big head. The big-headed man has come back. I know.
You have all sorts of names.
And before you know it, the whole home is conspiring.
They baptize you those names. How you treat
the
them.
quarrelsome man.
Yes.
The what? They call you names based on what.
So I would want my home.
The stingy man.
I want my home to be, at least by choice, I want my home to be at least a place of peace. Because everywhere else I'm proving myself,
Yeah.
To
And
a
you don't
client
have
that
to
I
prove.
deserve that deal.
Yeah.
I'm proving myself to a certain company that I need that job. I'm
Yeah.
proving myself to a certain boss somewhere that, you know,
URA
renew my
that
contract.
you,
Everywhere else, I'm seeking approval, carrying my profile around. You know why some people's profile is just 2 words?
I know.
Because they're tired of trying to prove to the world that they are something.
Yeah.
Backward, like
Yeah.
you either buy in or you buy in Ngoye. Because you write 1,001 things trying to tell someone that I'm
I'm
somebody.
worth it. I deserve it.
Buli wogenda onaona weyogereko wembase ne weyogerako. At least at home,
Yeah.
I shouldn't. At least at home, I should be received as daddy,
Yeah.
as omwami. Yes.
Simply me. Wow. That's a very huge, meaningful. I hope that we can be able to decipher that. I hope that we can be able to replicate it in our lives. I hope that we can be able to just be ourselves.
Yeah.
Like nothing else. No titles, nothing else. You're not proving to anyone, and you're just accepted. There's pure acceptance.
Yes. Now that's from me as a man.
Yeah.
Yes. But these days, women are more men. So women are breadwinners, Hilda. Women are working hard, and you know, some women are providing 70% of a home in a home, you know, and so it's all of that plus their responsibilities at home that sometimes just weighs down on them, and they feel like home is becoming a burden. I'm talking to you, a woman as well.
Yes.
Probably your husband has been jobless for the last 6 months. No job, no earning, nothing.
income,
He's
yeah.
trying his level best, but right now, you're the one who's supporting the home. Don't make your home a burden.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Create
Enjoy. At least
that environment.
do something for yourself.
Yeah.
And don't tell me
Do it
things
for
like,
you.
"Bwanaba afunye sente ojja kumulaba wano, don't jump into the future.
The
Address the
conclusions,
now. And
yes.
addressing the now means give yourself peace.
Yeah.
If you must buy the food, don't make him feel like
You're doing him a favor.
don't.
Or you're doing it with a grudging heart, with a complaining heart.
Yeah, don't. You're creating a lot of unrest for yourself by doing that.
Yeah.
Because the next thing will be, he will walk out of that house. He will stop eating food at that home. Well, because he feels like, I mean,
You're holding it against him.
Yeah, and some men, most especially nice men, Bambi,
Yeah.
the nice men will just walk away from trouble.
They don't take
So
it
when
for
they walk
granted.
away from trouble, they create more trouble at home because you don't want to raise at home alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you indeed know that in the days when this man was earning, he was supplying.
Yeah.
He was
His
a
track record
provider.
was good.
Give them an opportunity. Give them an opportunity. Okuva mu kinnya kibali, because I mean,
Give them a hand.
stuff happens.
Yeah.
Life happens.
It changes.
It changes.
Yeah.
You know.
The only guarantee we have in life is that life changes.
It
never
does.
stays the same.
It does. It does. You know, it's not a constant. Things
Yeah.
keep changing.
Yeah.
So when things keep changing, sometimes we dive into the good and sometimes we dive into the bad.
And
days.
tomorrow you're up,
But
you
when
never
we
know.
are in the bad days, we should learn to enhance each other, support
Yes.
each other,
Yes.
work together.
Yes.
That's the beauty of a
Wow.
family.
Wow.
I believe that's the beauty of a family. So going back to the small things, that eventually become
The huge cracks that break
that
down.
can break down a marriage or
Yeah.
a relationship. I go back to say, and by the way, this is really important because it's something that I've been over the time dwelling on a little bit, where someone says that women are liars. And I've addressed that while I'm with fellow men, and I've told them women are not liars. Whatever that you see as a lie is exactly who she is. And you saw it from the first day. You saw it from the first day, but you chose to ignore it. When you chose to ignore it, now it has grown,
Yeah.
and you think she's a liar. She's only saying those lies because you didn't believe at first that she's a cheat. But she was a cheat from the word go. You want her now ng'omukuta ayenda agambe nti naye nze era agenda kukyegaana. But
It started somewhere.
it started somewhere. So,
As small.
So what we and these men, you should understand, they're not liars. They're only helping you believe the lie you believed the first day.
And they'll concretize it and concretize it and concretize it.
So that's what you call lies.
They'll cry about it.
Yes, that's what you call lies. That's what you call lies. They're only telling you, if you believed me then,
Believe me now.
believe me now.
What's different? What has changed?
Exactly. So when you see some of these small things, most especially now, this goes to the guys in relationships.
Yeah.
Ogenze, you've given your girlfriend a surprise visit and is in the room with a guy. One room with one bed.
I know.
With one window and one
With one window and one door.
And they are locked in.
I know.
And they were having a conversation.
I know.
Yeah.
An innocent conversation. Hey. And they even took the to look.
Netala bade balijeko.
Jesus.
And they and mwagala
we were
okugeza
just
ebirimi. No, when I talked to my girlfriend, she said they were doing nothing. So they could not do it outside.
They could do nothing. They couldn't do nothing outside.
Yes. No.
In broad daylight.
Well, why wouldn't they just
do
be
nothing
outside? Why do they have to lock themselves in? And the thing is, it looks like a small thing.
Oh, Lord.
But then, after 10 years of marriage, you're catching out with sleeping with your friends.
Yeah,
and
I know.
And you're complaining. What didn't you see?
Wow.
You saw it.
I know.
You saw it. You just so if you're saying she's a liar right now, it's you who's a fool because she never lied from the word go.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Respect yourself enough.
Yeah. And the gut feeling.
To walk away from nonsense. Don't ask for explanations. If I was
sometimes they're not necessary.
If I was dating today, Hilda, I find you in a room with
one window.
I will choose to
with one door.
Two things. I will walk away with a cheat and keep her for a wife, and I'll never complain all the days of my life. I will not
if you know her.
Okay? Or
you don't get
I will not
surprised.
even ask what you were doing, why you were locked up in one room. No, I will just respect myself enough and walk away.
Yeah.
And I will not even seek closure.
Yeah.
Closure, baby. You closed already.
I know.
When you closed the door, you closed me out. You locked yourself in with someone else.
Window. When you close that one window.
So when I hear men, and I chose to address this because so many men use the word, women are liars.
No,
women are liars. If
side.
she's a thief, you saw it from the first day and you took a thief.
Even the flip side, you find a man locking themselves in with one door and one window, and they lock and the light is off, and the man has the audacity
and it has one curtain.
We were doing nothing.
Curtain
I know, one curtain, like everything is one.
Shia.
One bed sheet. And then all of a sudden they were doing nothing, and you're like, and then some of them are even Christians, and like they were praying. That God couldn't hear in broad daylight. Outside of the one door and one window. I know. The Enes. And guys, let's not accept lies. Let's not accept lies. Those things begin, just like you said, small cracks.
It's like a small thing, but then all of a sudden you're complaining about a certain omukazi muliba, omukazi
I know.
mwezi, omukazi
because then with your friends, with your bosses,
everything else,
with
everything
everyone.
about her signaled.
Yeah.
In your first days. That's why we insist on telling these guys that don't rush to marry.
Yeah.
Take at least a month or 2 months or 3
Get
months.
to know
And then
her.
in those months, in our mentorship, we tell them, be intentional to at least not take a week without going out or being together. Musisinkane in an open place, mwetegereze empisa ze, anyiga atya, ayomba atya, you understand?
Those things have never come to my place.
All that, because all that speaks volumes. You know, you're committing to someone and you're taking someone home to become your wife. You're taking someone home to become your husband. So it does not hurt for you to read how it speaks to that waiter or waitress when you go to eat.
Yeah.
Bomulabanga achusiza kala lwaki
Shouting.
kubanga badagala munyu balese kamulali n'avuma. You're like,
What am I taking? You start to question.
And I'm not saying as in just walk away. I'm saying don't take that for granted. Mbuzi gwo ina magezi nagambye kamla lyolese munyu. You're like, oh.
This is what I will get some of this wrath.
Maybe my turn is coming.
Yeah.
So when you say some of these things, don't act shocked when you get into a marriage and they're happening. You saw
some of the things that we are dealing with now. What I hear you say is the signals were back then.
The signals were back then. And as I said, Hilda, these were little small things. Yeah. As I said.
Like there was smoke and they told you there is no fire anywhere, but there was smoke.
A lot of it.
I know.
A lot of
and then you also believe that there is no fire.
Yeah.
A smoke could rise without a fire.
Yeah. You know, as for me, you don't talk about my friends. And you should know from the word go, my friends are my friends. And all the friends to this girl are men. All.
And they have a long time.
15 men.
I know.
Friends. Not even one girl.
With one window and one doors and one.
Nze bibinkuba binkanga mngamba kale siganye oyine mikwano oli mulungi naye. Bonna basajja.
And they call themselves dear, my love.
Those who text say honey. When I say, I'm like, yeah, gundi yakuyise honey. You're like, my phone,
like,
my phone is my privacy.
Like
my phone is my privacy. What were you looking for?
Jesus.
Like, oh, kale. Nsonyiwa.
And then you also.
Nebo gamba nsonyiwa walk away.
I know.
Because that is a very, some of you, most especially Christians, you go on your knees and pray that God open my eyes to see. When God opens your eyes to see,
then you blind
you tolerate it.
You like, no, I didn't see. Because so I don't want to miss that beauty.
Yeah. So some of these things speak volumes. Some of these things speak volumes. I think I saw a post somewhere, I can't say, someone said, when you see her saying, all these ones are just my friends, and all of them are opposite sex.
You know, someone said that it's a matter of time that the if someone uses a sugar cane as a crutch, they will start eating it.
No, that's funny.
I know. I was like, what? And it was a girl.
Matter of time
It was a girl, and let me tell you, this girl was very strategic, and she told me, you can't believe it, that every one of my male friends. Of course, she's heathen. She's not Christian. You know, these girls who can't say anything about their lives.
Yeah.
And she's like, every one of my male friends, it's a matter of time. They are just waiting for an opportunity.
It is true. It is true. And that opportunity comes. It comes when they go out and drink.
I know.
It comes. And you know, that's where that nanny of friends with benefits comes from. Because then she gets used to the fact that we just had sex. But there's nothing like we just had sex. It was nothing. Commitment.
Yeah.
Commitment, and it's a matter of time that you start to struggle. You'll start to struggle with a chibera that you don't understand, like a situation you don't understand. Every time you see that guy trying to move on, you hurt.
I know.
But the guy knew it. We were just having sex,
and they know that.
But there's nothing like we're just having sex.
Else.
You understand? It was a soul tie of some sorts. It was a covenant of some sorts. So at the point when this guy thinks, man, I can't marry you, because if we were just having sex, suppose you can have. You sex.
Could be having with everyone else.
So he's looking for someone else, and you feel betrayed. You feel hurt that all of a sudden he's marrying someone else.
Yeah.
And you're going into a stress, into depression. Because it's self-inflicted.
And calling all men dogs.
Yes.
I know, but you provided yourself.
What is it that you are ignoring right now? What is it that you're taking for granted right now? It's just a matter of time, and it will start to eat you up.
The small habits.
So when you see it, when you identify it, when you don't want it, deal with it at its primary stages, at its early stages, before it becomes a big thing, before it comes for you, before it consumes you. Deal with it.
That's very important. Yeah. Very important. I think I will couple that with also the fact that some of the daily small habits that people do is caring about everyone else that is outside, but not
the
person
person
that they are
inside.
with.
Yeah.
I think I had a lady talk to me last week, and she was like, my father is killing us, the children, and he's killing my mother, and he's been doing this for the past 20 more years. That everyone
Else
outside
matters.
thinks they are the angel.
Yeah, but
Inside we have the chitwe, you know, like we literally have a monster at home, but outside
she's an angel.
He's an angel
to
and
everyone,
is like, how do you guys do it? You know, that woman is blessed, and yet she's crying herself to sleep every day.
Wow, that's painful.
So now, when
toxic.
that woman, it's very toxic. When that woman leaves her marriage at 50 years,
you wonder
the whole
why.
world wants to stone her.
Yeah.
Then they're like, didn't you see these things? He's like, I had faith he would change.
Yeah.
I had faith that at some point he will see us as the most important people in his life.
Give us some time.
And give us some time.
Yeah.
But I think I was wrong.
Yeah.
And some of them are like, I stayed through this because my children were young.
Yep.
But now my children are at campus. Now they are working.
I don't think I want to take
and
this
that
anymore.
is how a woman will go and start living in a girl's in her daughter's apartment.
Yeah.
Before you know it, the daughter has built for daughters take their mothers out of this country and leave their fathers in this country.
Very true. Very toxic. I
know it can happen both ways, but I think most of the complaints I've gotten are on the side of the women.
Commonly with yes. Where you on the village, you're a celebrity,
the
you're
best boss
everything,
at work.
But at home, at home, no,
it's
no,
something
no one,
different.
Yeah, it's very hurting. Very
painful.
So
those are cracks. You are building something, and that is what I think we've talked about it. You get to an age where you would want the peace, and no one is willing to give you the peace.
Yep.
They're not even available.
It's trouble.
You want someone to take you to the hospital, even stay on your hospital bed. But they're like, we saw what you did to our mother.
Yeah.
We saw what you did to us.
Yeah.
You would have rather provided for everyone else.
Paid everyone's
fees.
Yes.
But
not,
whenever we asked, we were the ones that
you don't
received
have
the
money.
insults.
Yeah.
Because we were taken for granted. You thought we were here to stay forever. And let me tell you, family is not just family by blood. Your blood can run in your son's vein, but they will be stranger to you.
Yeah. It's the work that you put
It's
in.
the work that you put in. Every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Being intentional about it. Being intentional to look into their faces, to respect them as children, to love on them. You are cultivating a long-term relationship. But right now you want to create a relationship because now you're powerless.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, that power that you have and the wings that you have are going to be toned down by age.
Yeah. Just a matter of time.
You will get to a time where that government office does not want to see you. You have to retire by force.
Yep.
And guess where you are going?
Home.
Back home to the ones that you were torturing.
Yeah.
And guess what? While you are going back, they are getting out. They want nothing of you because now you are a burden.
Yes.
You are a baggage, and they don't want that.
And they
baggage.
don't want that. No one wants
So they
that.
were a burden to you when they were young.
Yeah.
Right now you need them. Now you're a burden.
Wow.
Let's see how that works
for
you. I know it's very painful, but these things we have a chance to rectify. We have a chance to rectify. Why did you marry that woman if you didn't love her, if you didn't respect her, and if you didn't want to be with her?
But I think it's just personality.
Of course, it's her personality. Some of them even look like some people are crazy.
Yeah. Because I wonder why everything else becomes a priority.
And apart from your family.
You
would rather buy booze in a bar for 5 million and not give your son shoes.
School fees.
Or shoes. And you're like, Nzinoga committee, do I get it from the tree? We didn't tell you to get it from the tree. And we didn't tell you to make love to our mother to even give birth to us.
Yeah.
So don't give us that nonsense.
Absolutely.
Guys, we have to go.
I know.
We have to go. But in case you need any kind of help, reach out.
Every Thursday we are online
with
the men meet.
Yeah.
And in our online meetings, I always put out a link on my socials, Tim Sabiti on all. Tim Sabiti on Twitter, X, sorry.
Yes.
Tim Sabiti on Facebook, Instagram. So just pick that and it's free. You just log in and you like it. You really like it. It's a wonderful venture that we're doing as men, helping each other as men to grow ourselves. Very intentional about it, that we'd want to grow as men as men grow into wonderful husbands and fathers and responsible leaders and men of this generation.
Okay, we love you. May the grace of God abide with you. Reach out to us if you want us to talk about anything so that you can get the clarity. We love you.